yeah,
from Thomas Honda. The first Motogp qualifying session is about to start, and we'd like to remind you of the rules here. 15 minutes of time available.
The standout performers just in 8th place at the end of it all, second Honda home as well, just behind. We've already spoken about Rios at the moment in 5th. He's going under the radar. I don't feel like we're talking about his Rios enough at the moment, but he's right there up in 5th. Keeler's still your leader by a couple of tenths of a second at the Carpe Brody. Just back on the balance in Brody subject. I've got to say, yeah, last year, for me, he was probably one of the rookies of the year because Carpe, yes, overall. Overall, absolutely stunning. But it wasn't expected to balance never been on the three, never seen up. Track much like Carpe and Keeler in the to the second matter, but to be fighting for victories in the first season on what is a brand new machine, he was a true rookie, if you know what I mean. So Dunton Brody, very, very solid, and I think where he's at now, third in the session, strongest today. It's a good benchmark of just how much he's learned in this time. I think this is the turn 12 inside corner replay. A little bit of catch up on the front end, but that's going to affect the argument opinion too much.
So it was definitely the surprise package last year, wasn't it, in a very good way. Valentin for only 21 starts today at Moto. 3 podiums, a couple of pole positions, 4 front row starts as well, and of course picked up that podium over in Hungary. What a race that was over at Valentin Park at the qualifying call over in Austria, and at San Marino Grand Prix as well. And as I mentioned yesterday, his pace was good, and one that pace was good, he worked alone as well, and he is just oozing confidence at this part of the season, which he wasn't doing that seemed of course tonight. Last week with 3 consecutive DNFs, the pressure was really on heading to Qatar to pick up that first point, and Hervé Ponchal, who's obviously left the team now, he comes to Steiner at the top of the Red Bull KTM Tech 3 tree. They've got a star on their hands into the technically and was fully expected in this case already to have a very, very strong season.
Yeah, it's definitely the best role in his team. I think he's just shut down well as well. Just like could have a little tumble down the road at the second time. That's a white line. But really rather tricky, misty conditions. And down he went for those the second rookie, that's allowed. And he did get that up. Finally, Hati moving through on the track against on Peroni. And Peroni repaying a favour right in front of the pole position at turn 6. Hati's having a look back. I tell you what, you've got to be careful. You don't want to really do this too much because Raven Tom was right there. It's only into we're not quite gone wrong for Sunday just yet, but down towards turn 8 and 9 as they come through this double right-hander. It's Peroni versus Uriarte. Uriarte not second, but good work from following hard at the end of the start.
Yeah, absolutely. Uriarte and Peroni, but it's better known as like this to be at the front of plenty of battles, and judging from what we've seen so far, maybe the top as well. There's just I think holding each other up a little bit. As the time goes to a move at the inside of the final corner, I'm just looking at the laptop and coming in the two leather car holders. You can see one of them is possibly just in the chasing group there. We don't know Pini and Africa for that in the essentially, but only competitors that side. They're both in the mid-round corners and blocks. Just getting them over the line. John Pini at 41.6, Andrew Fernandez at 41.6 as well. 4 down without manager. That's a very competitive lap time. It looks like at the moment the race pace in these conditions at mid-41, Pini just at 1:41.7. So yeah, we're going to keep an eye on that one. This is Pini chasing Andrew Fernandez. Now passing and saying, keep that one away. Although Pini is lapping some decent time.
I would not say I think Pini had to go for that. He was quite happy to got the job done. He's got a red helmet, 31st, 2nd, 13th today. High corner from Canada, the other decent halfway. Headline grabbing the lead from yesterday, of course, for that 1 minute race and the final corner. Not time that second stage, but that's really expected. When we look at Pini, roughly already should get. Spoken about the guys down at the Mayapar Racing Garage about Adrian Fernandez. Still very relaxed this season, we're sorry to say. He's almost like he's acknowledged that he's a glass winner. There is no pressure, there is no questions there are no questions being asked about whether or not Adrian Fernandez can take ground in the victory. He's already proved that he can. So the team, I think it's one of the comments that it's been like a holiday. We're not quite all in agreement with that, I don't think. But they were noticing that Adrian Fernandez seemed very, very relaxed, seemed very, very calm, not as tensed and worried almost as he was at some point last year.
I think it proves that, there's already just how massive victory can be in Motogp. We know the pressure was on Fernandez himself, with obviously himself and the team as well. They're not going to be winning races at Leopard, Honda. Adrian Fernandez picking up that great victory in Valencia, and no better way to go into the winter break, knowing that, okay, I can sort of relax as the team have mentioned, knowing that I've got that monkey off the back, I don't need to worry about that now. Now I can focus on trying to win more races, keep consistent, and challenge for a title. Fernandez is very happy with his first day of 2026 yesterday, just improving every time he went out, and didn't take as many risks as he thought was necessary, and plenty of
light panel over on the side of the circuit. So, Matteo Vitali, of course, on pole now from the start of the last season. Matteo Vitali, who's having a slightly more complicated start to this season. He's found himself down through in Q1 again for the opening round. Spoke to him yesterday as well. And he wasn't too pleased with his performance. I think he goes he's got a bit more left in the locker. So Matteo Vitali down he goes at turn 3. Hopefully okay there. I imagine so he's going to flag something. Here he is on track. So he's remounted, obviously held the clutch in. If not, it's going to get a nice little slap on the wrist and an optimal penalty from Simon Clover. This is the he's almost 3 out. This is bending up.
Certainly the initial goal cover so crashed here around about 5 or 10 minutes ago. Is it going to be pretty similar? Running a little bit wide, wasn't he? The Italian wasn't quite the same line as John Kelsey. You can see there, and he's still benefiting from that pretty horrendous injury unfortunately just after the American Grand Prix last year, the year Italy picked up that injury. And of course, after the season really well, was on pole here in the second week of last year. Of course, top 5 podium in Austin, and just said yesterday that he hasn't got the feeling that he had this time last year. They struggled to find the crucial safety on that machine, but obviously the capacity part of the feeling also could have this morning as well. So tougher weekend, potentially than expected down there at the level of competition.
We were talking a moment ago about Adrian Fernandez. Of course, he has the opportunity to take through this weekend. So previous model last night is with the last place one season and the first race of the following season.
Yeah, good question. Dennis Hodge,
not quite.
Martin,
17, 2018, so a long time. That for one shows that most people really move up into Moto 2 after 73 seconds of the field back up to 5. It also shows that it's Jorge Martin kind of pedigree of the dominance in those two. Yes, dominant Magic of Fernandez, of course, but he's one of the stalwarts of the class. This is Max Kilos about his behind between Zayn and running out wide, so not a problem. He left on at the moment of 41 metres an hour, just stalled out at the bottom of the screen on Kelso, back out on track, so good thing number 66, back out in angle, looking at Andrew 2 seconds, started up about 2 seconds on the first of the back lap. At the moment, and then Tricky said, making his full-time debut, of course had a flurry of wildcards and substitutes last year, so we have seen a better than that of the number 11 already as well on the CIP Green Power KTM. Started with great day yesterday, his teammate up there in 6th place, which says he was in the first, finding himself through to what I think that's the track time, we'll use that to his advantage, and hopefully for Andronic team find himself up in Newton.
Yeah, there's been a Inferno that at the start of the last year, and really still a day that picked up an injury in pre-season. When Chris has addressed with the CIP Green Power team, and I think also ultimately that led to the game time for next season. Rightly so, 2 on the number 11 machine starts now with a Moto 3, it's on the top 10 over the American Grand Prix last year, was qualifying inside the top 40 last year over 19 in the CIP Green Power as well. Was in the books on maybe last season in here too with CIP Green Power. So yeah, just needs to really stick with that mojo from last season, I really appreciate. Obviously good prospects coming in, knowing that we've got the full entire year of pre-season to go actively, not just sort of relax with the coming in, right?
But that
Let's
is
take a look at the final results of the first Motogp qualifying session.
turn.
You can see the name of the four riders who just came back to
6 and 7. It's that
It's
middle
great, it's great.
infield section. Rico Samala finds the gravel for the second time this weekend, and as a rookie, that is something you could really do without. This is it, coming through. Turn 5, he's out wide, so wide on the curve, comes down, break it in, but it's gonna go.
Yeah, classic turn 5, wasn't it? Just a little bit wider. Maybe the young thing should have, you know, just rolled out of that slightly when you go in wide. Not sure how much grip is out on the blue stuff. Not a lot. I can probably tell you that for a fact compared to the racing line